What's up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to my channel. Wherever you're seeing this from, maybe TikTok, maybe Instagram, maybe YouTube, well, welcome to my channel. So, today we're going to be talking about the psychology of winning streaks. Everyone talks about losing streaks. I, for one, have also spoken about losing streak because there's no trader that doesn't go through losing streaks. But how about winning streaks? Like, what happens to the mind of a trader when you're in a hot streaks of winners? So I'm going to be breaking down some of the things that happens to traders and how you can do better when you're in the winning streaks, how you can capitalize on it properly without messing up your mindset. So I have about 3 4 talking points, and I'm going to share how you can protect yourself, protecting your capital, protecting your mental capital. You understand? So, well, let's go. So when you're in the winning streaks, we all traders get into this euphoric state. We tend to start feeling like we are it basically. Basically, you kind of feel you now understand the markets, everything about the markets, and gets you into a euphoric state. You tend to start leveraging a bit more, which this winning streaks can end in the twinkle of an eye. It could be the next trade, could be the losing trade, and you have already risked too much. So now your emotions is all over the place because you are trading a size that's not very comfortable for you. So one, winning streaks tend to lead us to being overconfident. It creates that overconfidence bias. So the brain falsely attributes success to skill rather than favorable conditions or probabilities. What a professional trader thinks probabilities. So this leads to increased position sizing, ignoring your risk parameters, and rushing entries. So now, because you're in a winning streaks, you tend to kind of feel like you know the flow of the market, like you're in the flow state. So basically, you don't wait for your entries properly. You don't allow everything to align itself properly before you jump in on any particular trade. You increase your position sizing goes up, and you forget about your risk parameters. Probably you're risking about 2% of your account before. Now, because you feel you're in hot winning streaks, you start risking about 5%, not knowing that the market can really snap, and you find yourself back to square zero all over again. So let's say, for an example, a trader makes like 5 winning trades in a row. Now they now start betting very heavy on the sixth trade. So imagine risking 2% per trade for 5 trades. Then on the sixth trade, you now risk 5%. If you lose that trade, you're basically giving back everything you have earned from the market from 5 trades. So that doesn't make any sense. So when you find yourself in a winning streak, you should start sensing when your losers will start coming in. That is what you should be focused on. When my losers start coming in, so you are able to maintain your risk properly and you're able to size in properly. So now it creates a false another constraint about the winning streaks. It creates a false belief in of predictability. Like basically you start feeling like you're able to predict the markets, and that's a wrong way to think about the whole business entirely, because we are in a business of probabilities. So you shouldn't be thinking that you are able to predict the market. You should start figuring out, like I said earlier, when is the losers coming in, because if you have tested your edge well enough, you know how many. Like for me now, I know for every 3 losers I end up with a winner. So for every 4 winners I end up with a loser. So with that mindset, once I find myself in a 5 trade winning streak, I should start sensing to start maybe maintaining my mental states, because the loser is right around the corner. So how you can protect yourself from when you're in a winning streak, you need to keep the same risk per trade, the same risk. At most, you probably increase by maybe 1 lot or 2 lots, but you need to keep the risk, or maybe 1%, 2%, little bit of increase just to check your risk gauge basically. So you should make sure you keep your risk intact. You should also not increase your lot size sporadically. You have to increase your lot size systematically. Then you have to journal everything. You have to journal your emotion, you have to journal your experience, you have to journal the entry, you have to journal the ideas. And finally, especially when you're in a winning streak, you have to make sure that you keep your mindset in the right state, which the mindset of a trader is a probabilistic mindset. So you have to make sure that mindset is always intact throughout your winning streak. So it's a very good thing to be on a winning streak. I've been on a winning streak. It is it is one of the best moments for us as traders. But the goal is to make sure you don't let your winning streak spiral you down into accumulating losers, because one trade with the wrong risk, with the wrong sizing, can mess with all the things you have been working together to all the things you have been stacking up basically. So always ensure your mental state is in the right condition for trading. And that's it for this video, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, share if you find this video interesting, if you find it educating. Don't forget to share with your friends, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.